Have you ever felt hurt because you kept checking your partner's messages, worrying why they didn't reply right away, or looking too deep into the meaning behind their message? Or maybe you stressed yourself out trying to plan every detail of an event so nothing could go wrong. Well, if this sounds relatable, you're not alone. A lot of people get caught up in trying to control other people or situations. But the truth is, we simply can't control everything. And obsessing over it only leads to more stress and disappointment. In the book, The Let Them Theory, author Mel Robbins teaches us how to let go of control and trust in ourselves and others. It's not an easy thing to do, especially if you are a perfectionist or have trust issues. But with practice, it's definitely possible. In today's summary, we'll unpack all the key lessons from this incredibly insightful book. So stick around to find out how you can let go of control and reclaim your peace. 1. You can't control people, and that's okay. We often wear ourselves out trying to control how other people act, think, or feel. Whether it's because we want their approval, love, or respect, it's easy to fall into the trap of micromanaging everyone around us. However, letting people be who they are without interference is the ultimate freedom. Not just for them, but for you too. It allows others the space to grow, make their own choices, and learn from their experiences. At the same time, by releasing your grip on others' actions, you free yourself from the stress of trying to control what you cannot. Instead, you reserve your energy for the things within your control, focusing on your own growth and well-being. For example, imagine your partner is thinking about making a big career switch, something you personally wouldn't choose to do. Instead of trying to convince them to stay in their current job and questioning their decision, practice listening with an open mind. Show your support by acknowledging their courage to take such a bold step and express confidence in their ability to handle whatever comes next. By doing this, you create a safe space for your partner to grow, while freeing yourself from the stress of trying to control their choices. This will not only strengthen your relationship, but also allow both of you to grow individually. 2. Disappointment is a reflection of your expectations. How many times have you felt disappointed because someone didn't act the way you hoped they would? You feel upset with them and blame them for not meeting your expectations. But is it really their fault? When you shift your perspective, you could come to grasp that disappointment is not the fault of others, but a reflection of your own misplaced expectations. To break this cycle of disappointment, it's crucial to let go of your expectations from others. Instead of projecting shoulds on people, like, they should have called me back, or they should know how much this means to me, ask yourself, why do I expect this from them? Usually these expectations come from your own insecurities and needs. By acknowledging and addressing them within yourself, we can release others from the burden of meeting those expectations. When you shift your point of view, disappointment transforms into an opportunity for personal growth. You will be able to release yourself from resentment and focus on building healthier, more balanced relationships instead. 3. Control is an illusion. Whether you're trying to influence your partner's decisions or worrying about your friend's opinion of you, control doesn't actually exist. We can't control anyone else's thoughts, feelings, or actions. We may think we have control over others by manipulating them or trying to change them, but ultimately they are the ones in control of their own lives. When we let go of the illusion of control, we free ourselves from the burden of trying to micromanage every aspect of our relationships, and instead focus on what we can control, our own thoughts and behaviors. By being true to ourselves and taking responsibility for our own happiness, we create more authentic connections with those around us. When you release the illusion of control, life stops feeling like a battle and starts feeling like an adventure. 4. Freedom lies in acceptance. Whenever you let them, you're practicing acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean agreeing with everything someone does. It means acknowledging their behavior without feeling the need to control it. Some people may say this is cowardly and you're letting people walk over you, but the opposite is the case. Acceptance isn't passive, it's empowering. It says, I see what you're doing, and I won't let it disturb my peace. When you get to this mindset, you take back your power, choosing to respond consciously instead of reacting emotionally. So next time you feel like you want to control someone's actions, whether it's your partner, your boss, or a family member, remember this: The more you try to control them, the more you lose control of yourself. 5. Letting them teaches you about yourself. When you stop trying to fix everyone else, guess what happens? You free up more time, energy, and focus to reflect on yourself and your own growth. The let them theory challenges us to shift away from controlling others, and instead view this need for control as a mirror reflecting back our own inner struggles. It's an invitation to turn inward and explore the root causes of our reactions. Ask yourself, why do certain behaviors trigger me? What needs, insecurities, or fears are driving me to control others? Am I projecting my own unresolved issues onto them? When we stop worrying about fixing other people, we create space for deep introspection, gaining clarity about the parts of ourselves that still need healing. This process is not about neglecting others, but about understanding that true change starts with us. Self-awareness becomes your most valuable tool, helping you grow emotionally while fostering healthier, more balanced relationships. Instead of managing others, you empower yourself to focus on what you can truly control: your own thoughts, emotions, and actions. So work on yourself first before trying to fix others. 6. Setting boundaries means saying no without guilt. By learning to let them, you naturally strengthen your boundaries and reclaim your sense of self. The urge to control or intervene often comes from a fear of saying no or upsetting others. We end up doing too much, bending over backward to meet their needs, and then feel hurt or frustrated when that care isn't returned. This cycle leaves us drained and resentful. Allowing others to act how they want, even if you disagree, frees you from the responsibility of managing their decisions. It also gives you permission to say no when needed, without guilt or overthinking. Letting go is empowering and essential for your emotional and mental health. Your peace and priorities matter as much as anyone else's. Doing things out of guilt or obligation isn't sustainable and doesn't come from genuine love. True connection is built on mutual respect, not self-sacrifice. So say no when you need to, guilt-free. Saying no to others is saying yes to your well-being, goals, and joy. Boundaries aren't walls, they're bridges to healthier relationships with yourself and others. By honoring them, you create space for a life that truly serves you. 7. Gratitude changes your perspective. Gratitude is a beautiful thing. It has the power to transform your mindset, shifting your focus from what you feel is missing to everything that is already abundant and meaningful in your life. It reminds us of the simple joys and blessings we often take for granted. On your journey to let go of control and just let them, gratitude can be an incredibly helpful tool. The next time you feel upset or disappointed because someone isn't behaving the way you want them to, take a moment to pause. Instead of fixating on their actions, focus on what you appreciate about them instead. Maybe it's their kindness or their sense of humor. Gratitude helps you reframe your perspective, rewiring your brain to focus on the positives, rather than getting stuck in a loop of frustration and blame. Think of gratitude as your secret superpower to maintain inner peace and build stronger relationships. It helps you stay grounded in the present moment, pulling you away from toxic cycles of control, anger, or resentment. By practicing gratitude regularly, you'll find it easier to let go of the need to control others, and instead embrace them for who they are. 8. Happiness is an inside job. Finally, we come to the biggest revelation of all. If you learn to let them, your happiness doesn't depend on others, but becomes within your own control. Too often we give away our power by saying, "I'll be happy if they change." But true joy comes from within. When you stop relying on external factors and start taking full responsibility for your happiness, your life transforms. You become less reactive, more intentional, and infinitely more at peace. Well, there you have it, an in-depth summary of the incredible book, The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. In this world full of distractions, societal pressures, and turbulent relationships, life can feel overwhelming at times. But this book offers you a compass, guiding you back to what truly matters. By practicing the principles in this book, you'll discover that letting go isn't about giving up. It's about stepping into freedom. If this resonated with you, don't stop here. What's one area of your life where you struggle to let them? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. See you in the next one.